Okay, first things first in this situation. I'm talking to everyone that was criticizing Sean Payton for coaching Jameis Winston too hard. Please shut up. Stop being oblivious to the situation. You're just reacting to Sean Payton going off on Jameis, and I'll tell you why Sean Payton went off on Jameis. If you pay attention, like I do intensively, then you will know why Sean Payton went off on Jameis Winston. I agreed for the reason Sean Payton went off on Jameis Winston. I'll show you this play to 3rd and 4 to start the second half. Jameis Winston scrambles, steps up in the pocket, avoids the rush. Great by him. He has 2 guys wide open. He throws an errant pass and then proceeds to get mad at Chris Hogan. Now, I'll drop that video in here right now so you can see what I'm talking about. Then I'll keep talking. Now, I want y'all to watch Jameis Winston's reaction right after this ball's incomplete. We can run it back one more time. Watch his reaction and just look at Chris Hogan, which is hilarious. He's just standing there confused. So obviously that's an errant throw by Jameis Winston, and he's getting crazy at Chris Hogan. He did a little more than that, afterwards. Nothing too crazy, but he's mad at Chris Hogan, which causes Sean Payton to go get mad at Jameis. So everyone that's going crazy for Sean Payton get mad, I think he had a great explanation, or a great reason, I should say, why he should actually get on Jameis right there. Because Chris Hogan did nothing wrong. He just keep running across the field. Jameis throws the ball behind him. Jameis gets pissed. While Jameis he could have probably run for the first down or thrown that check down. I mean, that other throw to Hogan wasn't bad at all either. He just made a bad throw. But after you make a bad throw, you just can't start blaming everybody and going crazy on receivers that did their job. You just can't have that. So obviously Sean Payton didn't like that, and Sean Payton went after him. I probably told him the same thing. No, that's your fault. And that's the quarterback, man. You have to own up to when it's your fault. You can't just start blaming people, playing a blame game. If it's your fault, it's your fault. Look, tap yourself on the chest, say, my bad. Like when a receiver drops a ball or something, hey, just tap yourself on the chest, my bad, that's on me. That's what you have to do. That's a leader. That's a leader there. So Sean Payton got on him, and rightfully so. Even if it's not your fault, sometimes as a quarterback, you have to just take the blame. Hey, it's my bad. Hey, we'll talk about this. We'll get this right. But when it's obviously a bad throw, you can't just get mad at your receiver. Like, you just can't do that. So I guess Sean Payton didn't like that. He chewed him out. Everybody trying to make it such a big deal. I don't even know why I'm talking about this right now, but everybody's making it such a big deal that just use your common sense. So Sean Payton literally went after him right after that, chewed him out for a couple seconds. Their relationship is fine. Everybody will be okay. Everybody's grown. No one's probably thinking about that right now, except the idiots on Twitter and social media going crazy about it, calling Sean Payton all kind of names and, he never chewed out this person. Shut up. Thank you. Just shut up. Now back to my main point on why I'm really here. Sean Payton versus Jameis Winston. So obviously I'll start off with, man, does he trust him? I think the answer is no, but I think it's some reasons for that. I don't think Jameis has earned that trust from Sean Payton to just lead the offense. Everybody's comparing it to, they let Drew Brees throw too much, this and that. Well, Drew Brees, Hall of Fame career he had, obviously. Even when he fell off towards the end of his career, Sean Payton trusted him. He's been there long enough. They knew each other 15 years. Yes, the trust level was at a much higher level than it will be at Jameis. So if people just comparing him to coaching Drew Brees, it's never going to be that, at least not now. Jameis has a 10-plus, 5-plus career with the Saints. Then that trust level will just get better and better every year, obviously. That's just with anything in life. The more they get comfortable with each other, the more we know they're on the same page with things. Obviously, his trust level will get up. But I think the most important question is, will he trust him enough this year? I think that answer is yes. I just think now they're being cautious. Obviously, MT's not back. I mean, you're running out there with basically Marquez Callaway and the punt returner, who's great at it. Deontay Harris, that's your 1 and 2 receivers. No tight end help, honestly. Juwan Johnson has had, highlights in the red zone and things like that, but no real tight end help on a consistent basis. We're not really throwing the ball to Ack out the backfield. Even though last game we did a pretty good job of it. So obviously I think Sean Payton's just waiting. And I think this is a good thing, because obviously we can't forget what Jameis came to us as. And I'm not saying it was his fault, but he was a turnover machine in Tampa. I think that the Bucs played a big part in that, of him, of his development, his growth, just letting him do what he wanted out there, honestly. And a lot of that's on them. So I think Sean Payton just coming in, treating it slowly, almost treating him as a rookie. You know how a rookie won't just get control of the offense. They'll play it safe, things like that. Just trying to guide him throughout the year, and by week 10, whatever it is, they just, let the leash off. And like I've said before, no matter what you think, because sometimes I don't agree with Sean Payton on some of his decisions with Winston. I think he should let him cook more for sure. But one thing I do know is Sean Payton knows more football than all of us. I'll let that be known. I'll let that be known right now. But I do think he should let him, free him up a little more, let him, do a little more things. But at the end of the day, one thing's a fact. Jameis Winston's having his best career as a pro right now, by far. This is his best year by far under Sean Payton. So obviously something's working. Obviously we want more. Fans are greedy. Fans are greedy. We want more. But I promise you, if Jameis Winston had 10 touchdowns, 10 interceptions right now, we'll be killing Sean Payton. Oh, run the ball, do this, do that, all kind of crazy stuff. The plan they have going right now, I know it's a plan. First of all, I know it's a plan. I know it's a plan by the end of the year to let Jameis have full control. Not full control, but obviously control of this offense. Letting him cook, let him do what he want. And he's going to have a better grasp of it. Going to have more, time with the receivers, with the O-line, with protections and things like this. I mean, we're missing linemen. We're missing receivers. Sean Payton's going to take this thing slow. You have to take this thing slow. It's only right. It's only smart. Like, it's just the logical thing to do. Now, once everyone gets back, we have a couple weeks under our belt, like I said, let them cook. But until then, we have a decent O-line, that's there. We have one of the best running backs in the game, and we have a top 5 defense. Why wouldn't you run the ball and play defense? Why wouldn't you play the field position game? Like, that's just a logical thing to do. And like I said, I think he'll let Jameis cook. Just be patient. I know patience is the dumbest thing to ask from fans, but you need to be patient. You need to be patient. This is new for Sean Payton, too. Remember this. This man has had Drew Brees his entire career. He knows no other quarterback. It's a learning curve for him. It's a learning curve. It's a learning curve for Jameis. Since high school, college, and with Tampa, they let Jameis do what he wants. Throw the ball as many times as you want. Turn the ball over, doesn't matter. Throw great 50 touchdowns, 100 touchdowns. Do what you want. This is different. It's different for both of them. It's going to take time. Y'all thought they were going to come out week 1 and just cook? No, like, hey, I know we're going to run this. We're going to do this. Like Sean Payton and Drew Brees by the end of their career, Drew Brees said he knew the plays Sean was about to call in certain situations. That's going to take time. But yeah, man, stop trying to perpetuate a beef that's not there between them. Like, I'm naming this Sean versus Jameis, but it's not a versus. They're on the same side. They both want to win. We want to see Jameis succeed. We want to see Payton succeed because that's the best thing for the Saints. And this video is already getting too long, but it is what it is, man. I'm actually going to drop a Jameis video probably later today, his game against Washington. So we'll look at some things right there, man. I'll review some film on that. But once again, man, stop trying to create things that's not there. Sean Payton got on a football player. Whoop did he do? I know it's Jameis and y'all are protective over Jameis and this and that, and I love it. But just relax. Just relax, man. Boo tragedies, I'm out.